look at Missouri and the challenge going into Saturday, just what are your initial impressions of taking them on?
They're an aggressive team coming off a great win for them. They were down to Georgia by, 20? So I know they're excited to play, and they're an aggressive team, so we got to be ready for them.
Like, have you noticed something over the last couple of years? It seems like if you guys go through some struggles early on, you guys just find a way to flip the switch in conference play. What would you attest that to?
Yeah, I feel like that's the program as a whole, like Frank Martin mindset, the entire staff's mindset, and that goes down to the players as well. He just wants and expects the best from us, and we got to respond.
Do you guys think you're finding that consistency now? Because you talk about the ups and the downs throughout the season, but now you guys are starting to, not I wouldn't say peak, but starting to find your rhythm, I think, collectively. Do you feel that way on the court?
Yeah, I feel so. At the same time, like, there can be ups and downs in every team, so nothing's guaranteed. But I feel a lot more confident in the consistency of the team, or like consistency, whatever the word is.
I think
it is.
Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah.
Mike, you've been through. You've obviously you've done the whole thing of coming through as a freshman or whatever, and how you have to keep. There could be a grind. There could be a kind of run to that wall at some point. Again, the other night, freshmen contribute. Obviously, Trey doing what he did in the second half, Jalen in the first half. Why do you think these guys are kind of, I won't say peaking, but are improving as the year goes on, as opposed to maybe other freshmen?
I feel like just their work ethic. They always come in ready to work, ready to get better. They're approaching every day really aggressive, and I feel like they're not taking no days off.
How much does that Arkansas win really help the morale of that team? It felt like that was a very pivotal game for you guys, going on the road against a very good Arkansas team, and to grind it out in which the way you guys did. What does that do for you guys moving forward?
Yeah, I feel like that just gave everyone more confidence. Everyone just was excited about the win. We knew that it was a quality win to get against Arkansas on the road. And yeah, I feel like overall the team's really excited.
Are there any challenges sort of maintaining that excitement and not having maybe a dip after kind of a big emotional night like that?
Can you repeat the question?
Are there any challenges in sort of coming off a big win and keeping that and maintaining that sort of level?
Of course there are. Sometimes teams get too excited about a win or too down on a loss. So it requires focus and effort to actually be ready for the next game and be ready to give it all your next game. But I feel like Frank's doing a great job of keeping us down to earth and making us ready for Missouri.
A month ago at this time, you were talking about your goal was to get this team to the NCAA tournament. Obviously, there's about a month or so left in the season. How do you not allow yourself to look ahead and try to stay in the present moment, knowing there's only about 6 weeks guarantee left of your career here as a Gamecock?
Yeah, first of all, we're taking games like we've always taken them, one game at a time. We're, as much as the goal is to get to the NCAA tournament, the next game is the Missouri game, and that's the most important game as of right now. So I'm trying not to get too much ahead of ourselves and just eventually trying to make it to the tournament by taking it one game at a time.
You mentioned Coach Martin trying to keep you guys down to earth. How does Frank Martin keep a team down to earth?
He keeps it real. He tells us how it is. A win's a win, and that's it. Like, if we win against Arkansas, that doesn't guarantee that we get to the tournament. It means that we got to win the next game and then one after that. And if we manage to do so until the end of regular season, then we get to the tournament. So can't get ahead of ourselves.
Have you ever seen Coach this excited, though, after a regular season win? I mean, that fist pump he threw when the clock hit 0. I mean, he could have knocked somebody out with how hard he threw that thing.
I missed the fist bump altogether, but yeah, he was excited and everyone was excited. But like I said, next game.
He's spoke highly about what Trey did at the end. To not, he wanted to go zone. It was Trey that said, "No, let me take Mason." Just what do you like? Was that in a huddle? Was that just at a free throw? And what does that say maybe about Trey and his growth?
That was, I think, a few times even, like throughout the game. I remember hearing it one time, especially at the huddle, whenever he said, like, let me get number 15. And yeah, that shows real maturity, and that shows that he's ready to take on the challenge.
Was that surprising that he would say that?
I mean, as a freshman, obviously, it caught me a little bit off guard, but at the same time, knowing the type of person he is, then I should have expected that.
You say knowing the type of person he is. Can you elaborate a little bit more in terms of what you see out of him on a daily basis?
Just an aggressive person, like I said earlier about the freshmen. They all come in ready to work, ready to give it their all, and if they put their heart in, then things like that tend to happen.
For Trey, is it just a matter of harnessing that aggressiveness?
Yeah, for Trey, I feel like that's obviously more of a question for Frank,
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like for him, sometimes he gets a little bit too careless with the ball, as in, like, tries to stick to his high school days where he attacks the rim every time. But overall, like, that's something that comes with experience, and I feel like he's a great player and he's heading the right way.
What type of Maik Kotsar will we see these next 6 weeks, knowing this is what you have left to give to the program?
An aggressive one, that's for sure.